Hardware. That's right. Who's ready to get prepped for Ryzen 5000? Hey everyone, it's Jeff the IT guy. Hello. And we're going to be building my system here. We're getting ready for Ryzen 5000. However, I do believe there's going to be a shortage like there has been with a lot of other releases. And so I need a system and I want to be prepared. So we're going with the Meg X570 Ace by MSI. We're going to be using the Ryzen 9 3900 XT, because why not? We're also going to be pairing that with a Dark Rock Pro 4 cooler. This is my first time using Dark Rock, or Be Quiet, so it is by Be Quiet. Hopefully it is awesome. I've never used one. I've typically used Noctua for my air coolers. We're also going to be pairing it with a 1 terabyte PCI 4 SSD from Sabrent, the Rocket. It's not in yet. We're going to be pairing it with the Asus Strix 5500 XT. There's going to be some other goodies. We're going to put it in the Air 740 by Corsair. And so join me as we put this thing together. Building. What do you say? What do you say we get to building? Sounds like fun, doesn't it? I think it is. I enjoy building computers. I do. First thing we're going to do here is I am going to install an M.2. I do have a 2 terabyte 970 Evo that I use as a data drive that we're going to install. So we'll just go ahead and pop that in there. We'll get one of our M.2 screws here. So M.2 screw, we'll go ahead and screw this down like so. Don't over tighten, just go till it's tight. This does have some thermal pad on it. You can hook it up. I mean, you can peel it and put it on here. You do have to take off the sticker on your drive though, which we're not going to do. Some companies don't like that. It can void your warranty. And so we're just going to go ahead and put it back in place. Tighten it, don't over tighten it. Awesome. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our CPU in. This is the Ryzen 9 3900 XT. Went with this one for a couple reasons. It's on sale. So it was on sale. It was only about $30 more expensive than the 3900X. It's 12 core, 24 threads. So it's got some power to it. Everything's giving me trouble trying to get it open today. But the reason I went with this one, like I said, is it wasn't much more expensive. And you do get a little bit extra performance. It can be, I mean, it's not a whole lot, but it is some. I think it's about 2% extra performance over the 3900X. And who doesn't want 2% extra performance? It can be a little bit more, you know. So, all right, so all you do is you line up. There is a gold dot on this side. You just line it up. Don't push it in. Just make sure it's in. Push this down. Another good way to put this in, or to remember how it goes in, is that it's actually parallel. So this bar right here is in parallel with the Ryzen logo. So that's a good way to remember how it goes. All right, so there's that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to install our RAM. The RAM that we're going to be using is 32 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z. So I'm going to move that and go to my motherboard box. Motherboard box is a great place to build a computer. Like that. So we've got 32 gigs here of G.Skill Trident Z. This is just a placeholder for now. I don't know if I'll stick with it. I really don't like RGB, and I don't want a whole lot of RGB in this build. So we'll probably look at going to a 64 gig kit that does not have RGB, if we can find a good kit. But this is a good kit. For Ryzen, I would suggest the Ryzen or the Trident Z Neo. It's made specifically for Ryzen or AMD, you know. So you can go with it. Another good one is G-Skill Flare X. It's also made for Ryzen platforms. Of course, you'll want to check the QVC or the QVL, the qualified vendor list or whatever it stands for, to make sure that that is good for the board that you're using. All right, so let's go ahead and get our cooler going. This is a Hoscat of a cooler. I know y'all can't see it, but you're going to. It's got some thick boy instructions. That's for sure. I mean, this thing is massive. It says it's got 250 watt TDP. Maybe if this video gets enough likes and everything, then and votes and all that good junk, we'll do a comparison between the Dark Rock Pro 4 versus the NDH, the Noctua NDH 15. So here's the cooler. It's actually not as big as the Noctua, I don't believe. And it comes with 2 fans and some thick boy instructions. So I will have to read those because I have never worked with this before. Oh, it also comes with a cool screwdriver if you're into that sort of thing. If you like screwdrivers. See? It even says be quiet on it. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, it's magnetic too. All right. I'm going to do a test fit here. Hopefully. Oh, boys. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be big enough. I mean, I don't know. Ugh, that's a tight fit. I don't know if it's going to fit over the RAM or not. It might. If not, maybe we can do it this way. This has plastic on the bottom. If not, we'll do it this way. Nope, we'll have to do it the other way. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. Hopefully it'll fit. Labeled and everything. Intel. Don't want that junk. If it says Intel, we ain't using it. AMD, right here it is. And then you've got this bar and some other doohickeys and what looks like thermal paste. We won't be using that though. So to go ahead and do this, we've got to remove the plastic retainers here. So we'll remove those. I mean, because who needs them, right? Save these, by the way. You'll want to save them in case you ever go to sell your board or get a different cooler. So go ahead and save them and the screws. You'll want to do that. And then you'll be like, oh, Jeff told me to do that. And then then you'll thank me. You'll be like, yeah, good guy Jeff, man. All right. So, here's what we got to do. We got some brackets, we got some screws, and we got some spacers. Noctua is a lot easier. I can tell you that much already. All right, so, okay. That's LGA. I don't want LGA. I want FOP. Dapper Dan Man. Okay, looks like they go on this way. With that pointing towards the inside. So it looks like they can only go one way, which is this way. They have to go this way. Okay, and so you got some screws and you got some spacers. And okie dokie. So you just take it, you put the spacer on like that. So go ahead and put some spacers. These can only go on one way, by the way, like so. You take your bracket, line it up. The instructions tell you it looks like AM4 is all the way to the outside. That's the one you want. AM4, all day, every day. Then you just tighten the screws down. So you get to use the original back plate. Cool beans, right? Yeah, totally cool beans. Boom. All right. And then you repeat that for the other side. So go ahead and do that on the other side. Like this. Get nice and lined up. All right. Tighten them in. But okay. Boom. All right, next step is to put thermal paste on it. We only use one type of thermal paste in this household, and that's Noctua NTH2. If you haven't seen my review of why we use Noctua NTH2 in this household, go and watch it. It's here on the channel. Go do it right meow. All right, so now what you gotta do is there's like these little tops on the top of your system, of your cooler here. So peel the plastic off the bottom. Like I said, there's two little tops. Boom, boom. Take those off. You're also going to need some screws that come in the AMD, as well as a little bracket. This is the bracket right here. We will need that. And then there are two screws in here. Okay. Go ahead and peel the plastic off. Don't want that. That will just completely ruin any shot you have at having good cooling. Line it up. Hope it fits. Take this bar doohickey. Line it up. It will fit onto both sides of this. It'll line the cooler up. So you can also, you know, do it the right way, I guess, and not like me. So it fits in here a certain way. I'm about to find out what way that is. All right, there we go. So just take it, line everything up, get one of your screws. There's holes here in the top, so you can stick your screwdriver in. It's magnetic, which is a plus. So let's go ahead, put it on there. And find the hole, and then tighten it down. Pretty simple. Okay, so get that started, then go to the other side. You want to have even pressure when doing this, even pressure. All the time, always even. Okay. And it will go in. All right, so, and then go from side to side and tighten it. Like so. I'll give y'all a better camera angle. How's that? Tighten it from side to side. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to do that. Just go until it's tight, you know. Don't over tighten it. Don't go until you hear something snap. That would be bad. Take it here. Put your little caps back on. Okay. What do y'all think? Is that good? Let me scoot you back. Give y'all a better shot here. Boom. Good job. All right. Next thing you need to do is there is a fan splitter in here, which will help you out so that you can have only use one fan port. This does come with 2 extra sets of the fan hooks so that you can, you know, put in an extra fan. You can put an extra fan on the other side, actually. So if you want to have, you know, 3 fans on this rig, you can do that. Pretty sweet, huh? If you have all the fans. Make sure your fans are in the right orientation as well. You will appreciate taking the extra time to do that. Okay. So I'm going to slide it through just a little bit so I can get the other clip on. Like that. And then just take it. Make sure the clip is on correctly on both sides. And then you just pull it back and lock it into place. It can be a little bit on the fidgety side. Just a little. This is not my first rodeo with air coolers. I will say that this is the hardest time I've had putting one of these on. Okay. Push it on both sides here. Get it to slide through, line up. Okay, on this side, this is what you do. You just take it and you pull it. You know, it looks bent, but it's not bent, you know what I'm saying? Ah, see the problem there. Yeah, yeah. That vibration dampening, yeah. Is there another, hold on. That one must be bent or something. Oh, I see, I see. It's inside the fan. Come on now. Make sure it's in the right hole as well. You'll appreciate that advice. This is hard to do sometimes. There we go. Boom. It's on. All the places. All right, get your fan splitter like so. See, fan splitter. And then just plug each side into it. And now you only have to worry about one. And on this one, there's actually two here, and there's one that's pump and one that's CPU. On here, it's this one here. This is the CPU one. So, next order of business is to put this fat boy, this big boy, this chunky boy inside of the case. This build is turning out, listen, this is fantastic. This is turning out really, really super duper sexy. So we will move that. You can hold it by the cooler. That's a good way to do it. When putting a chunky boy in, do not drag it. Go in at an angle, like so. It does have an integrated I/O, so you don't have to worry about that. Listen, take it and line it up like that. Now, a lot of this PC is already built because I'm doing an upgrade. So, because I'm doing an upgrade, and like I said, a lot of it is currently built already, then there's already a lot of stuff in here that's in my way. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that's moved out of the way, hopefully without scratching the bottom of the board, which is a good way to kill it dead. Okay, so we're just making sure everything's out of the way here. It is. Good deal. It's all lined up. So our next order of business is to go ahead and screw it in. I'm going to move the camera so that you get a better picture. So now we're going to go ahead and screw Chunky Boy in. I like to start with this side. Boom. So just grab you some screws and put Chunky Boy in. That's all you gotta do. I'll come back after. Okay, now everything is screwed in. Make sure that you don't over tighten the screws. You don't want to do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to make sure to get all my four drives plugged in, my 4 data drives right here. Gonna want to make sure to do that. USB-C. Sorry, I'm in your way. Sorry, this is USB 3, not USB-C. Okay, there we go. Don't want to put a whole lot of pressure, or any pressure actually, on that. Being a pain. 1 second. Boom. Good thing about the Air 740 is it's got a lot of room to work with. So we can always go like that. 24 pin. Need it. Okay. That is for our PCIe or graphics card. So make sure you plug in all of your SATA drives. Looks like boom, boom, or not your SATA, but your fans. Make sure you plug your fans in. All this power, you're gonna need the fans. take this one and put it right here. That'll work. Okay. Perfect. Fan headers galore. These are the Noctua Redux fans. So we've got quite a few of those. Even more fans. I'm running out of fan headers. I don't think I have a single fan header left. That sucks. Sucks a lot. Come on, MSI. Couldn't give me one more fan header? Just one? We'll leave it right there. Got your HD audio, nothing HD about it. I'll have to get another fan splitter, I guess, for that one. Next, we've got our power here, our power button. Just plug it in right there. Okay, and then up here at the top, we've got to do our 8-pin EPS power. It's going to be hard for me because I've got big hands, but I'm going to do my best to do it blind or without looking. There's one. Now we just got to get the second one. Which goes like that. Second one going in. Come on. Work for me. Boom. Got that one in. Okay. I'm going to try and push this down. I don't want to get into my fans. That would suck. Alright. I believe that's everything here. All my fans. Yeah, most of them, except for one. Alright. We got one thing left. That's this big boy. The Asus Strix 5700 XT. Yes, I know it's not cool like a 3080 or anything. It's cool to me though. And it is going to go right here. Fits like a glove. Like a glove, I tell you. And we will go ahead and screw it in. Why you do this to me, Case? Guess let's try doing it with our hands. Call them thumbs too, screws for a reason, I guess. There we go. Okay. Now we got to do is plug in our power. And this build is done. Probably should have used an extra 8-pin. I'll have to I'll have to do that off camera. There we go. It's done. Look at that. Look at that, boy. It's like a no frills anti-RGB rig. There's no RGB fans. I mean, there's lights and crap on the graphics card. But I mean, look at that. It's black and stupid gray because it's hard to find Chromax Noctis. Thanks for watching.